Yeah, definitely. I mean, my first year and second year, each year we had one win in the SEC. And then you look at us now, and we're obviously making history each weekend, each game. So I think it is crazy to just take a step back because, I mean, I'll be completely honest. My freshman year, sophomore year, it just seemed like, what we're doing now is just so out of reach, honestly. And it's crazy to see that, a lot of the same girls have been here for this transformation, and just how a change in culture and just like a mindset that, okay, that's it, that's in the past, this is the team we want to be, and we're going to do whatever we have to do to get there. And that's kind of what we've taken on, and we've gone at it full force, and we've been able to see the results from it, so it's been good.
What's been the impact of the freshmen? I mean, obviously Mary's had a big year, and Hannah and Kayla behind the play. What's your take on those guys?
Yeah, oh yeah, they're awesome. And they're freshmen, but they do not act like freshmen. I mean, they fit in with us. They play so calm and collected, and that's huge. I mean, it's easy in these situations to get out there and be all tense, eyes get big at the situation, but they don't. I mean, they keep the whole team calm, which is really big, so.
Courtney's got quite a bit of history with OU, going back to her days at Cal and getting her master's degree there. How does her knowledge of the OU program help you guys?
Yeah, I know. I mean, she's really close with Coach Gasso, and I mean, honestly, with her experience with the program, and even seniors and upperclassmen, we've played this team the past 4 years, so it's a team we're pretty familiar with. We always play them pretty close. Even early on in my career, when we weren't having great success, we would always play this team pretty close. We're definitely the underdog, that's no secret, but I think that honestly motivates us, and I think it's we're just going at it like, we know that people are doubting us. Nobody really sees us coming out of this super regional, so we just kind of have that chip on our shoulder and kind of like, let's go shock the world, let's go prove everyone wrong. And I know that we're a much better team when we play with that chip on our shoulder. So.
You guys played over at OU last year and played a pretty competitive game. How can that experience help you all?
Yeah, I mean, I think that experience definitely can help us, because that was it'll be a similar environment, and it's a pretty tough environment to play in. But being able to go over there last year, when we're not near as talented, I think, as we are this year, and still being able to play them tough, a team that ended up going on to win the national championship. I think that definitely gets like an ease of comfort over us, knowing that we've played in that environment before. We've been successful in that environment before, so I think we can take that confidence going in there this weekend.
You talked about how you like the underdog role this weekend. Why do you like it so much?
I mean, I think for us, even this regional this past weekend, like, yes, we were the national seed, but there were still people, talking about how, Arkansas has a tough regional. I don't know if they're going to make it out. And just being able to go, 3 and done and coming out of it with 3 wins was pretty special. Just kind of be like, okay, like, this team is the real deal. And I think people are starting to realize that. But it's still, we're going against the 2-time defending champs. But I think amongst our team, we know that the pressure's on them. They've got the title to defend. We are the underdogs. We're Arkansas. We're doing all these things. We're making history every weekend. So there's really nowhere but up for us, honestly.
I was talking about the retreats you guys have gone on the last couple of years being a good team bonding deal. How have you found those to be?
Yeah, they've been a lot of fun, and I know I kind of heard her talking about it. We kind of go to this cabin in the woods, basically, and a lot of the weekend is just doing these team building exercises. Sometimes we'll get to go on like hikes, and it's really cool to get to know our teammates on a deeper level, and just to kind of build that bond and that culture that we've been so big on the last few years, and that starts at those retreats.
Yes, you've made several really big catches in the regional this past weekend. I guess that's something you take a lot of pride in.
Yeah, I try my best to make every play I can in the outfield behind our pitchers, because they work their tails off. We're at the time of the year where, hits are very far and few between for some teams, because we're facing such good pitching. So I think as an outfielder, it's my job to make sure I do what I have to do to make that catch and have my pitchers back. So.
What's kind of the off-the-field version of this success been like for you guys? More fans, maybe more presence in social media. There's more cameras here right now. Like, what's that like?
Right. Oh, it's awesome. I think definitely like the whole fans experience and just our at-game experience. I know it's kind of funny because I've talked to a lot of just like friends and then just kind of like new fans that we've had come out this year, and they're like, never really watched softball. It's actually really fun. I'm like, well, yeah, but I mean, that's what winning does. It gets fans out here, and the Razorback fans are awesome, and I know they're going to support us till the very end. So that's been really incredible. And our team, just off the field, we've gotten so close. I mean, we're close on the field and off the field, so it's a win-win, and that's really been a huge part of our success, I believe.
Do you think the success you guys, well, regardless of what happens this weekend, the success you guys have had, getting to the Supers and getting some big crowds out here, how do you think that'll carry over for the future of the program?
Oh, I think it's huge. I think we've been able to kind of lay this foundation the last few years. Obviously this year, like I said, every weekend's kind of making history. So I think they're going to, the team next year will be able to roll right from the end of this season, whenever that is, and hopefully it's in Oklahoma City. And I know that they'll come out next year with the same expectations and sights set to make it to the World Series.
So I guess Mary didn't really want to give a speech on the field when she got recognized for the finalist for National Freshman of the Year. I guess that kind of goes with her selfless nature, I guess.
Yeah, Mary's awesome. I know she's just very calm and collected. When she's on the mound, even when she's not at the softball field, she's got just a composure about herself that's really mature, and I really respect that out of her. And I think that's honestly such a huge part of our success, because when she's on the mound, we just feel so calm, and we're able to play defense behind her without that, high stress, no jitters from her, and it's just incredible to see her have that confidence and that just calmness as a freshman.
What's going to be the biggest key for you guys to have success this weekend? It's such a tough place.
Oh, I think, like I said, just kind of playing with that chip on our shoulder. Like, we have nothing to lose. I mean, like I said, the pressure's on them. They've got the title to defend. We're going into their house, so obviously, it's going to be a tough environment. But I think for us, we play in tough environments every weekend in the SEC, so I don't think it'll be any different than that. So I think it's just making sure we worry about ourselves, don't make it bigger than it has to be, and playing together. That's been a big key for us. Really kind of the last half of this season, we said, we're going to start making every game. We're going to play together. We're going to play for our sisters and our teammates. And when we've done that, we've been really successful.
I think there's 9 SEC teams that advanced to the Super Regionals. The fact you guys played such a tough schedule, had a nice run in the conference tournament, how do you think that has helped prepare you all for this weekend?
Oh, I think it's a huge key. I mean, each weekend, they compare SEC series to Super Regional series all throughout the conference. So it's really good to kind of have that competition week in and week out, because it prepares you for the postseason, and that's why you see 9 teams going to Super Regionals this weekend.
For you guys to hear that Coach Anderson, John Daly, and then baseball coaches are talking about how you guys are the biggest story on campus, what does that mean to you guys?
It's so cool. It's just cool to be a women's sport, getting support from, these big coaches at the University of Arkansas. I know Coach Anderson was actually in the outfield over the weekend, and I didn't even realize that till I saw a picture on Twitter that night. So that's just really cool to get their support, because, I mean, that's just going to help grow our sport even more. So it's really cool to just have kind of the athletic department come together and support each other's successes.
Is Todd Barber's health progressing?
Yeah, I believe he's doing better. We're just, really happy he's okay, and hoping he'll continue to take care of himself and do what he needs to do to get better. I know it was really cool to have him in the outfield this past weekend. I know that moment was really emotional for the whole team, but just really incredible, because I know for our senior class, we've been with Todd the last 4 years and grown to be really close with him. So it's really awesome to get to kind of have his support and also be able to support him in this time.